blood, sweat, and a hunger for revenge that's been burning for weeks. What you're about to witness isn't just another match, it isn't just another Friday night fight. This is the moment when the Samoan werewolf reminds everyone why you never, ever back a predator into a corner. Jacob Fatu is about to unleash absolute chaos on two men who thought they could break him. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed are about to learn the hardest lesson of their careers, and trust me, by the time this is over, the entire WWE universe will be picking their jaws up off the floor. You can feel it in the air tonight. That electricity that only happens when something truly special is about to go down. The crowd is already on their feet before anyone's music even hits, because they know. They can sense that tonight, we're going to witness something that people will be talking about for years to come. This isn't just entertainment, this is history being written in real time, and you get to be part of it. Before we go any further, I need you to do something for me. If you love the raw, unfiltered truth about what's happening in wrestling today, if you want to be part of a community that lives and breathes the sport, I'm asking you from the heart to hit that subscribe button right now. SLAMZONE isn't just a channel, it's a family. We break down every move, every emotion, every storyline together. And when you hit that notification bell, you're telling me that you're ready to ride this journey with us. Drop a comment below and let me know who you think is walking out of this war tonight, because I promise you, the answer might surprise you. The lights dim. The arena goes completely dark for just a moment, and you can hear the anticipation building. 20,000 people holding their breath. And then boom, Jacob Fatu's music hits, and the place absolutely erupts. This man walks to that ring with a purpose tonight. This isn't the cocky swagger we've seen before. This is focused rage. This is a man who's been attacked, humiliated, and left lying in a pool of his own blood 2 weeks ago when Breakker and Reed jumped him in the parking lot. You can see it in his eyes. The Samoan werewolf is out for blood. Listen to that roar from the crowd. They're not just cheering, they're unleashing weeks of pent-up emotion with him. Because Jacob Fatu represents something primal, something real. He represents every single person who's ever been counted out, pushed down, and told they couldn't get back up. But tonight, he's showing the world what happens when you push the wrong man too far. He slides into the ring and the energy is just different. You can feel the tension radiating off him. His jaw is clenched tight, his fists are balled up, and he's pacing that ring like a caged animal waiting for feeding time. The referee tries to get him to calm down, but there's no calming this storm. Not tonight. And here they come. The music hits, and Bron Breakker storms out first, followed by the mountain of a man, Bronson Reed. These two have been absolutely dominant lately. Breakker with his freakish athleticism and that last name that carries so much legacy. Reed with his intimidating size and power that's literally crushed opponents. Together, they've been unstoppable. They thought jumping Fatu was going to end him, thought they were sending a message about who runs the yard now. But they made one critical mistake. They didn't finish the job. Look at the arrogance on their faces as they walk down that ramp. They're laughing, pointing at Fatu, mocking him. Reed is pounding his chest like he's already won. Breakker is flexing and playing to the crowd, but you can see it, that little flicker of something in his eyes. Maybe it's respect. Maybe it's fear. Because standing across from them is a man who has nothing left to lose and everything to prove. The bell rings, and for a split second, nobody moves. The crowd is deafening. Three absolute warriors staring each other down, and you know that whatever happens next is going to be violent, it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be absolutely unforgettable. Breakker rushes in first because that's who he is, that's the Steiner DNA, aggressive and fearless. He charges at Fatu with a clothesline, but Fatu ducks underneath with surprising speed for a man his size and catches Breakker with a devastating uppercut that echoes through the arena. You can hear the impact from the cheap seats. Breakker stumbles back, and before he can recover, Reed is charging in like a freight train. But Fatu is ready. He sidesteps and uses Reed's own momentum against him, shoving him into the corner turnbuckle with such force that the entire ring shakes. The crowd is absolutely losing it. Fatu is moving with a precision and intensity we haven't seen from him before. This isn't just wrestling, this is personal, and every single move is laced with weeks of anger and pain. Breakker recovers and comes back with a series of rapid punches, backing Fatu into the ropes. The referee is trying to maintain some order, but this match is already spiraling into chaos. Reed joins in, and now it's 2-on-1, exactly what they wanted. They're hammering Fatu with clubbing blows, and for a moment, it looks like their plan is working. They whip him into the ropes, and both men prepare for a double clothesline that would take down a tree. But Fatu has other plans. At the last possible second, he drops down, sliding between them, and as both men turn around confused, Fatu explodes with a double clothesline of his own that takes both Breakker and Reed down. The place comes unglued. This is what they came to see. This is the Samoan werewolf unleashed. Reed is first to his feet, and Fatu meets him with a thunderous Samoan drop that shakes the entire ring. The impact is so powerful that you can see the mat compress under Reed's massive frame. But Fatu doesn't go for the cover. Not yet. He wants them to feel every ounce of pain they inflicted on him. He wants them to understand what it means to cross a man with nothing but revenge on his mind. Breakker tries to capitalize, rolling out of the ring to catch his breath and regroup. Smart strategy from the second-generation star, but Fatu isn't about to let him escape. With the crowd chanting his name, Fatu runs to the ropes, building momentum, and launches himself over the top rope with a suicide dive that crashes into Breakker on the outside. Bodies collide with the barricade, and the fans in the front row are going absolutely berserk. Some of them are on their feet, reaching out, trying to touch history as it unfolds right in front of them. But here comes Reed, recovered and angry. He slides out of the ring and grabs Fatu from behind, lifting all 300+ pounds of him like he's nothing and drives him spine first into the ring apron. You can hear Fatu's grunt of pain, and for the first time tonight, the tide seems to be shifting. Reed and Breaker exchange a knowing glance. They've got him hurt, and now it's time to finish what they started weeks ago. They roll Fatu back into the ring, and the systematic destruction begins. Breaker with a series of suplexes that would break an ordinary man. Reed follows up with a running splash in the corner that crushes Fatu against the turnbuckle. Back and forth they go, tagging each other in and out, working over every part of Fatu's body. His ribs, his back, his legs. They're trying to take away his power, trying to ground the high flyer and make him vulnerable. The referee is checking on Fatu, asking if he can continue, and for a moment, you wonder if this is it. If maybe Breaker and Reed were right. Maybe they really did break the Samoan werewolf 2 weeks ago, and this was just false hope. The crowd has gotten quieter now, nervous energy replacing the earlier excitement. They're watching their warrior struggle, watching him take punishment that would end most men's nights. Breaker sets up for his devastating spear, backing into the corner and pounding the mat, getting the crowd to acknowledge what's coming. Reed positions Fatu perfectly, holding him up just enough to be the perfect target. Breaker charges, full speed, muscles rippling, eyes locked on his target. This is it. The finish. But then something incredible happens. Something that sends the entire arena into complete madness. At the last possible millisecond, Fatu pushes off Reed with his legs, moving just inches to the left, and Breaker's spear connects with Reed instead. The collision is catastrophic. Both men crumble to the mat in a heap of confused, frustrated muscle. And just like that, the energy shifts. Fatu, running on pure adrenaline and fury now, somehow gets to his feet. His body is screaming in pain, you can see it written all over his face, but his spirit is unbreakable. The crowd recognizes what's happening. They start chanting louder and louder, feeding him their energy, willing him to finish this fight. Breaker struggles to his feet, turning around, and walks right into a superkick that connects flush on the jaw. The sound echoes through the arena like a gunshot. Breaker's eyes glaze over, but somehow he's still standing, running on instinct alone. Fatu grabs him, hoists him up with strength that shouldn't be possible after the beating he's taken, and delivers a thunderous running hip attack that nearly sends Breaker through the ropes. Reed is back up now, shaking off the accidental spear, and he's furious. All 400 pounds of him charging at Fatu with malicious intent. But Fatu is in the zone now, completely locked in. He catches Reed with a spinning back fist, then another super kick, and as the big man teeters, Fatu climbs to the top rope. The crowd is on their feet, everyone in that building knows what's coming, and they can barely contain their excitement. Hey, if you're feeling this energy right now, if your heart is pounding just like mine, do me a favor and smash that like button. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know because moments like these are why we love this business. SLAMZONE brings you the passion, the drama, the real stories behind the spectacle, and we can't do it without you. Fatu stands on that top rope, takes one deep breath, and launches himself into the air with a moonsault that defies physics and logic for a man his size. He crashes down on Bronson Reed with the force of a meteor impact. The ring literally bounces from the collision. Both men are down, the referee is counting, and the entire arena is in absolute pandemonium. Somehow, miraculously, Fatu drapes an arm over Reed. The referee slides into position. 1. The count feels like it's happening in slow motion. 2. 40,000 hands are in the air, counting along. Reed's shoulders starts to lift. The crowd gasps. But before it can fully raise off the mat, 3. The bell rings. But wait. This isn't over. Through the chaos and the celebration, through the roar of the crowd, Breaker is somehow back on his feet. He's not accepting this. His pride won't let him. He grabs a steel chair from ringside, and the referee is trying to stop him, but Breaker shoves him aside. He's going to make a statement, going to erase this loss with one more brutal attack. He raises the chair high above his head, murder in his eyes, ready to bring it down on Fatu's skull. The crowd is screaming warnings. Reed is trying to pull himself up to help. Everything is happening at once. Breaker swings the chair down with all his might. But Fatu rolls out of the way at the last second. The chair crashes against the mat with a sickening clang, and in that moment, with Breaker off balance and exposed, Fatu springs to his feet one more time, catches Breaker with another super kick that sends the chair flying back into his own face. Breaker crumbles to the mat, and Fatu stands tall in the center of the ring, arms raised, chest heaving, bloody but unbowed. The emotion is overwhelming. You can see it on Fatu's face, the relief, the vindication, the pure raw emotion of a man who just proved every single doubter wrong. Tears are mixing with sweat and blood as he climbs the turnbuckle, pointing to the sky, dedicating this moment to everyone who believed in him when he couldn't believe in himself. This is why we watch wrestling. Not just for the moves, not just for the drama, but for these genuine moments of human triumph. When someone gets knocked down, hurt, humiliated, and finds a way to rise again stronger than before. Jacob Fatu didn't just win a match tonight. He reclaimed his soul. He proved that heart will always beat muscle and numbers and odds. As the show goes off the air, as Fatu's music plays one more time, as the crowd gives him a standing ovation that shakes the foundation of the building, we're reminded why we're all part of this incredible SLAMZONE family. Because we recognize greatness when we see it. We appreciate the struggle, the journey, the pain that leads to glory. If this video moved you, if you felt every super kick and every near fall right along with me, I need you to do 3 things. Subscribe to SLAMZONE if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you never miss another moment like this, and leave a comment telling me what you thought of Jacob Fatu'S performance tonight. Was this the match of the year? Did this solidify him as one of the most dangerous men in WWE? I want to hear your thoughts, because that's what makes this community special. The Samoan werewolf has sent his message. Bron Breakker and Bronson learned the hard way that some men can't be broken, can't be stopped, can't be defeated when they're fighting for something bigger than a win or a loss. They're fighting for respect, for dignity, for legacy. And tonight, Jacob Fatu proved he's got all 3 in abundance. This is SLAMZONE, where we break down the moments that matter, where we celebrate the warriors who give everything for our entertainment, and where we never, ever forget that in wrestling, as in life, it's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. And trust me when I tell you, if tonight was any indication, we're just getting started. The revenge has been served. The statement has been made. And the WWE universe will never be the same.